Today we're reviewing the top 10 things guys wish girls knew from the Taco?
The Taco. But
The Taco.
Taco. Because it's clever.
Roll the intro.
Sorry, I literally just scratched my eyebrow really hard. Sorry.
Number one thing on the Tacos list that guys wish girls knew was make the first move. I have no idea how to properly date. So yes,
Okay.
please. I wholeheartedly agree. Please make the first move.
I don't disagree necessarily. However, no one really wants to be rejected, male or female, identified or otherwise. So why do I have to suffer through something you don't want to go through?
Well, no. You don't have to suffer through it. We just like it. Sometimes, you be the aggressor. We don't always,
Yeah,
have
but
to
how
be the
can
one.
you? But how can you always? A woman that you're that you're attracted to doesn't know that you need her to make the first move. That you did it with your last two girls, and you need her to do it. She doesn't know that, right? I think it's a flimsy.
Oh, you're thinking too much into it.
That's fine, but maybe. What if the thing of it is that the woman that is attracted to you and is asking for a date is the woman that you don't want? Because a lot of guys, I've heard them say, well, I don't want a woman asking me out. That's not ladylike. I need to ask her out. And if I'm not asking her out, it's because I don't want her. So it's very
What guys are you talking to?
It's another thing. It's another side of the coin that you see on the internet and in life. And it's kind of like Family Feud with these lists. Who are the men that you're asking? Where do they come from? What's their age group? I don't know.
I mean, are we even really sure they asked anybody, honey?
No, of course not.
Number two, when a guy says he needs space, it's not because you did something wrong. And yes, that is true. Sometimes I just want to be left alone. It's not because you did anything. You didn't do anything. You're perfectly fine.
I know.
Just leave me alone.
But that's the issue with this one, because it's not just saying I need space. Like if you were just say, well, maybe for some people it's just blankly saying I need space is too much. But if you say, if you just go radio silent after talking to someone, how are they gonna know that they didn't do something wrong or there's not something wrong with you? But if you say I need some time to wind down by myself, or I need to just relax, I need some me time, and those are usually phrases that aren't associated with manly men or manly men. I guess is the word, not manly men. I think my issue is just that if you just said to me, I need space, well, leave the apartment. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
If I need space, I'm just going to be like, I'll just put my headphones on or play video games or something, or just completely zone out. That's my space. Zoning out, that'd be my space. And I don't know if guys going radio silent on you, then you obviously aren't that important to him. If he goes radio silent for like an hour,
that's not
you're perfectly fine.
It depends on what level of the relationship you're in, because we're married, so it's different. We've been together for a long time as well.
Yeah.
They're part of high school through college.
Yeah.
I think it's different. But it depends on how adult you are in your relationship, or mature, or the type of person you're dating, if you were exclusive, just you overall. So this one is not an issue. It didn't make my list.
There we go. Sometimes it just works.
I don't know.
But be cool. If he's not responding, don't rush it. Just give him a minute. Might be busy. Number 3, take control. The Taco is hitting the nail on the head.
Ugh.
Cause if I ask you what you want for dinner, please, dear God, just tell me what you want. So, and we have it worked out where I usually narrow it down by figuring out what she doesn't want.
But you're welcome. That was my idea.
Yeah, okay.
It was.
Everything's her idea now, ladies and gentlemen.
Just the good ones, because they are.
It probably was, but still, I'm not going to give her any credit for it. Take control. I believe they also refer to it not just taking control, like for dinner, but like, in the bedroom.
Nudge.
Yeah, chicka chicka wow wow.
Yeah, like turning off the lights when we both get in bed, so one of us does not get out of bed. Yeah, I'll control that sometimes.
I meant like sex.
I think they meant sex as well. I think that this is another one for me that didn't make the list. I think it very much depends. I just don't.
Did it even make the list?
I mean, it just. What? I mean, sure. It just depends on who you're with. There's some people that don't want to be in control in the bedroom. You know, there's some people, like, you know, but there's people that want certain things. I think those are separate issues, personally. If I can't decide what I want for dinner, more than likely I'm just not really hungry. But then also, pizza is usually fine.
Number 4, crying is blackmail. Now, yes, something about a woman's tears it cripples a man. We can't handle it. There's nothing we can do. When a woman starts crying, we're like, okay, I did something wrong. I gotta fix it. I don't know why she's crying, but I know I gotta fix it. And if we know it's our fault, we'll feel bad. Like if we actually hurt you or something, it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, like, no, didn't mean to do it. But if you just start crying to win an argument, you are the lowest of the low. And you know who you are. You're out there. And, I mean, kudos to you to be able to cry on cue. You know, here's your Oscar, but you're a horrible person.
Also, didn't know I could do that. Did not know I could cry to win an argument.
No, you can't.
I mean, I've cried during arguments, but only because I'm so mad or sad that, you know, it came out. But I've never just cried on purpose. I've never thought about being... I'm not manipulative enough. I'm letting down my half of the species. I'm sorry, lady. The only thing that I wrote down for this one was that, for me... So they call it unwarranted crying in the video. And for me, I consider unwarranted crying what happens to me during lunch at my desk sometimes.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Wait, no, it's like I'm on Facebook on my phone and someone has this cute picture of a baby. And you're just like, oh my God, this baby is so cute. And it's not warranted crying. I don't know that baby. I'm not next to that baby. But then also I'll be like teary-eyed.
That doesn't count.
But
that's like happy crying.
That's
like sad crying.
They didn't use qualifiers other than unwarranted.
But they're having the argument.
Don't tell me what I know the taco meant or what those men meant. I don't know. Because some people don't like any tears ever. But what's wrong with that emotion?
Well, no. There's nothing wrong with crying. It's crying specifically to get your way. You know, being a real Caillou about the situation.
He whines. He doesn't always cry. He just whines.
Number 5. The future. I forget what Talkos' whole big point about this was. It's like, this one I didn't really think about too much, but also because I'm married, so my future is like, I'm counting down until she lets me impregnate her.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that was a horror. Impregnate is like a really powerful word.
Yeah, it is. So I think that this list is fine, but it does show that at least the demographic that the taco talked to maybe doesn't understand how, you know, sexist some of this stuff is. Like, technically, you know, like, you don't have to think about some of these things the way women do because society doesn't make you, which is good for you.
So I think it's safe to say that this one made your list.
No.
Number 6, the whole getting extra giddy around your friends thing. Now, I don't think you do this really. But I've seen people do the, oh my God, Sharon! And it's like,
Sharon,
slow your, why? We get it. You haven't seen Sharon in 2-3 years. I got folks that I haven't seen in 2-3 years. I'm not going to be like, I can't even think of, who haven't I seen? Oh my God, Frank! Oh! No, I'm not going to get loud.
Lying. Yes, you would.
I don't get loud. I will hug him extra hard because I believe in hugging friends. I'm gonna, no.
It's not as loud.
That's the whole point, though.
Okay, fair. I will say, this one actually made my list.
Okay.
Because, for me, I too get annoyed when I hear screeching noises from women who are friends who are seeing each other for the same time, or for not, maybe it's just from earlier, they haven't seen each other in a couple hours. When I am not a part of that friend group, I want to be getting and cheery too. I want to laugh. I want people to be excited to see me. I think loud noises are hard. When you play video games and you start screaming at the other players, that hurts my ear. I mean, they had 10 things to talk about. Like, they had a list to give, and this many men said, girls get too loud when they're around their friends. I don't like them being happy. They need to quiet down their happy.
No, it's not them being around their friends. It's that whole first main interaction thing where it's like, oh my God. It's like, dial that back. It's okay to laugh and have fun, but it's like, everybody in the room doesn't need to know that you and your friend are seeing each other again in however long.
Okay, so I have seen that. Last week,
Okay,
I
so
was going to meet a friend, literally last week, for dinner, and I saw, it was an older woman and a younger woman who hadn't seen each other, and from across the street, it was a small street, mind you, they went, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you, but one of the women was taking out their headphone, and they were at an alleyway, so it echoed, and I was like, okay, but also I was like, oh my gosh, they know each other, that's so sweet. I didn't have a problem with it. Could I hear them from across the street and down a little ways? Yes. Who cares? To me, all it sounds is men don't want to see their woman happy when they're not making them happy.
You can be happy when we're not making you happy. That's perfectly fair. Be happy when we're not making you happy. We don't want you to be sad when we're not there. We're just saying you're drawing attention, like a lot of attention. We don't want this extra attention. Just take it down, hug, be happy, but you don't have to keep yelling. Okay, just take it down. Number 7, and I like this one. Tell me I'm pretty.
You make me do that already.
I don't make her do it. She does it on her own free will. Don't listen to her.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're aesthetic creatures, whatever.
Men like being told how good they look as well. If you're like, oh, how do I look? It's like, yeah, you look great. Now, how do I look? You know, we want some feedback too. And the Talkos talks about and it kind of dates the video, that the rise in metrosexuality. And it's like, why I gotta be metrosexual just because I care about how I look? Can I not just have pride in the way I look? I can't want to look good. I gotta be metrosexual. Like, why we gotta put a name on it?
They just name stuff. It's fine. Just let it go. I
don't like being put in a box. Don't put me in a box.
The whole point of this list is to put men and women in boxes in relationships.
I know,
think you kind of like
dumb.
it because you picked this.
I picked it because I knew you had some good things to say.
I mean, most of the stuff I didn't care about. I cared about, 3 of the past 6 things, 7 things?
True. Number 8. And this is one of my favorites. We don't get hints, okay? I don't know what magic you and other women have that you guys can just be like, remember that purple? And that's all you say. And the other one's like,
yes, girl, yes! Yeah.
We don't get hints, okay? You better tell us what you want, okay? And if you don't know, you better go figure it out, because don't hint around. Just tell me. It makes me so angry. We've gotten in arguments because she's like, I kept hinting at it, and it's like, for what? Just tell me what you want. I don't just say what you want, and mean what you say. Just say it. Don't be like, oh, it'd be nice. No, not it'd be nice. It'd be like, I want you to do this, and be like, okay, I'll do it.
Ooh, this one's a rough one for me because you're right, technically, but there have been
But
times.
no, she said I was right. We're done here.
Oh, 2 other things. He's right, and there's not always a but. He's always right, nevertheless, which is another word for but.
You said I was always right?
He's always right. He's always right.
He's always right.
I think I meant you're not always wrong. You're not wrong. However, for me, it's not even sometimes hinting as much as I've mentioned this several times. So
counts as a hint.
But I don't think it does. If I say there's an exhibit at the Art Institute, and I mention it for the next 4 weeks, and it's a
hints, all of them hints. Unless you say, I want to go to this exhibit at the Art Institute, buy a ticket.
See, I think hints. So this goes back to make a move. So sometimes I make a lot of moves and I plan a lot of our dates. However, he's not the best at finding, weird things to do or things off the beaten path or whatever people call their dates. Just date things to do that aren't, dinner movie, dinner bowling. There's always food involved. So whatever I say, it's
food always has to be involved.
Yeah. Mentioning things is not the same as hints to me. And I guess that's something I just have had to learn as we've gone on.
Yes.
But when you drone on and on about something, even if there's no date included or you don't say that I want it, it usually means that you want it or you're interested. So I'll bring it back to you in question form. They're like, oh yeah, that'll be nice. But you can't do that for me. And it's just the way your brain works that I've had to get used to. Because it's annoying though that you can't reciprocate it. It's frustrating.
I try, but I forget. Number 9. Arguments do not last past a certain date and time.
They said 7 days.
Yes, 7 days, but
null and void.
Yeah, 7 days, null and void. I'd be happy with 45 minutes null and void, but we can't do that. I disagree and agree with this one because because it's 7 days past when you originally had an argument, doesn't mean it was actually settled. So it could be like, oh, you're not doing the dishes. I want you to do dishes more. You got it's a whole tiff. 7 days later, it's like, you're still not doing this or that. And it's like, the argument never really finished. So that's your fault for not closing out the argument. So hear that, men? If you don't want to hear it again in 7 days, close out the argument. Get some action items. Act like it's a meeting at work, okay? Get some action items. Keep track of who was all there that day. And make sure you go out of it, feeling good and that you know what's going to happen next. That way, next time it's brought up, like, we close this. Like, this is closed. Like, it's being handled.
That's great advice. You should try that. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I just made it up. Do you agree or disagree with arguments being null and void in 7 days?
I think it depends. They didn't question whether or not you solved it. I think that is important. If there's a resolution. The thing with chores is there's never a resolution because if you don't do the chore, then
unless you tell them you're going to do it like on the 8th day and the 7th day rolls around, and they're like, "Why haven't you done this?" Like, we agreed that I would do it on the 8th day, not the 7th.
You can yell at me tomorrow.
Exactly. Right. After 12 p.m.
There you go. Yeah. But I would agree that you don't want to let arguments drag on. Yes. I can't do that. I just don't remember that I'm mad at you for too long.
It's amazing.
There are certain things. There are certain things that irritate me that when I see them again, I'm like, oh, we were supposed to talk about that, and then I'll forget or I'll just do it. So that's always worked out well for him.
Yep.
It's weird because my memory is so good. But not for who I don't like or what I'm angry about.
She just loves me so much that she can't hold any ill will against me. It's amazing.
Generally a pleasant person, so everyone kind of gets that treatment. Like, if you owe me money...
I don't want to hear about everybody else. I want to hear... Wait, whoa. No, you did
not
say...
No one owes me money.
Okay. I'm not going to say, if somebody owes you money, you better write it down.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
I would.
Go let
That's
go.
our money.
Let go like God.
God ain't paying my bills.
Oh, my God.
Number 10. We want attention. The way the Talkos describes it was really weird. They're like, if you're out and you give another guy too much attention, your man's going to get jealous. And it's like, why do you need to explain to somebody? Of course your guy's going to get jealous. Or I don't care how secure of a person you are, you're going to get a little jealous. Or at least you're going to feel left out.
Okay, so I think for this one, this is confusing because to me it should have been put closer to the one about needing space, even if they weren't voted as like that, even if this isn't a voting order, because I need them to be explained how you need space, but then also because that thing is kind of a respectability thing, but also about possessiveness, which in relationships just happens. And I think if they to explain how you could want attention but then also need space, I think that would have been nice for me, because I think they're compatible and they do work. So I would have liked them to address space when they addressed this.
They're not here to address your concerns or explain anything they're talking about. They're just kind of giving you a general overview and
of men, which is how they probably didn't even connect them. Most of the guys that said they need space probably said they want attention and didn't even think about how that's conflicting for the woman in their life.
Are we still sure they talked to men at all about this? I mean,
how would I know? I don't know for the Talkos.
See, you can't even say their name. I mean, a lot of these, they're good job. I finally agree. You guys did a pretty good job for most of these, but yeah, it's kind of open-ended. Even after listening to explanations, it's like, there's so many other variables that you're not touching on. And I understand, because they're specifics, and you're generalizing it, but specifics help.
Men are so weird. However, in public, if the waiter is really nice and I'm nice back to him, is that giving him too much attention and not letting you get the attention?
No, he's a waiter.
Calm down.
Unless he's like a really attractive waiter, then that's not cool.
So it depends on what the man looks like.
I don't know.
This is confusing.
Y'all
are supposed to not be the confusing ones and the rational ones and the logical ones. So easy to understand.
We are.
But you're not at all.
Y'all overcomplicate it.
That ought to work to be this easy.
Yeah, that's just our thoughts. Yeah, I just cut you off.
I was done. You can't cut off somebody that's done. I was done, son. I was done. Cutscene. Well, thanks for listening to our review of the Talkos 10 things guys wish women or girls knew about guys. Something like that.
Close enough.
Yeah, so let us know what you thought. So comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have some other people on YouTube that you think we should look at their videos, we'd love to know that too. Just at them in the comments. Is that how YouTube works?
It's like a plus them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do that thing.
Yeah, you can leave their link below.
Awesome.
We'll check it out, and we'll let you know what we think.
All right. Subscribe, like, comment, share to everyone you know and people you don't know. We'll see you next week. Bye.